Well, hey everyone, I am super lucky today to be interviewing Jamie. She's the owner of All Aglow Spa right here in downtown Kent. Jamie, thanks for giving me some time today.
Hey, how's it going, Alex? Thanks for coming in. I'm very excited to share our business story and just say hi to some of the folks that follow you.
Yes, thank you. So, we'll jump right into it. Can you tell me a little bit more about your business, what you do here at the spa? What do you guys specialize in?
So, I created this place during COVID and opened it up so that we could have a more luxurious place to do self care that's close by in our neighborhood without having to drive too far. So, we do massages, facials, a lot of couples treatments, special occasions. We even had a corporation that was nearby, a local one that did a team event recently. So they had the whole spa to themselves. So yeah, it's just relaxation. We have a sauna right here behind us as well.
Really cool. What kind of caught my interest is that you started during, COVID and the pandemic when a lot of people were probably, a little afraid to do something like this. So, what inspired you, to get going, especially during that kind of difficult time?
Honestly, like just prayer. I You get to a moment of desperation as a small business owner when you are faced with what bills to pay and you finally get to the place where you're breaking even, you're doing okay. So single mom of two, when I got the news that we were shutting down for 2 weeks, I freaked out for a minute. I had clients that were taking care of me. They're like, just charge my card. It was just incredible. Like the display of human kindness to me during that time was just awe-inspiring, and it just really got me brainstorming and thinking about what my next move was going to be. I could have played it safe and stayed where I was, but I thought, well, this is my chance to grow my business and do something different. So I got a pretty good deal on the space because it had been sitting here for a year, and I noticed that downtown Kent was, especially in this historic district that I love so much since I was a kid, starting to kind of fall by the wayside, and I wanted to bring something in exciting to start to revive it again. And just the energy down here, my local business neighbors have been so accepting and amazing, and I love working with them together doing events and stuff like that. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think your location right here, you bring a lot of life to this area, and it's amazing. Did you always know that you wanted to be like an entrepreneur? Did you always know that you wanted to open a spa specifically?
Entrepreneur. Okay, so my favorite movie when I was a kid was Willy Wonka, and I just recently took that Meyer-Briggs personality test, and one of them online says that Willy Wonka is my personality type. But I had, like, Kevin in Home Alone, how he has the plans where he's, how he's going to get the burglars. That was me. I had like my plan of my chocolate factory. So yes, I've always wanted to own a business. I've always wanted to shop in downtown, like Main Street, USA. I didn't know it was going to be a spa. I wanted to actually be a doctor, but that doesn't really go together. So can't really have like a mom and pop doctor shop on the
Yeah.
corner. So yeah, I went to esthetician school right out of high school, and it was supposed to just buy me some time while I figured out what I wanted to do. But I fell in love with the relationships you build, and helping people take care of themselves and having them be able to let go of stuff, while they're in to see me that they've been hanging on to for a while is a very powerful profession. So I'm very humbled and happy to do what I do for a living. But yeah, now I get a team that works with me, massage therapists and skin therapists, and they're very caring and loving of what they do as well. So it's an honor to do it.
I noticed that you mentioned, wanting specifically to be in downtown Kent, and I did a little research on you. So I think you grew up in Kent. Obviously you still are here. So what is it about the community in Kent that has managed to keep you here, and things that you value about our community?
Um, well, to be 100% honest, I never thought I would stay in Kent as an adult. I'm like George Bailey. Like, I always wanted to shake the dust off the town and go see the world. And I'm just like a super free spirited person. So for me, to be like this homebody that stayed home. It's going to shock a lot of people at my 20-year reunion that's coming up, that's for sure. So, but when I, you know, had my children, being close to my mother and my dad was really important to me, just helping have that generational raising my kids and being close to home in that regard was important. And we just stayed. And I thought, well, if I'm going to stay, I'm going to make the absolute most of it. And I've noticed a lot of changes in my hometown. I mean, I've been here since I was a baby, and I've seen a lot of changes for the good and the bad. And I wanted to be a part of making it better again. So, yeah.
Okay. And to kind of, tangent off of that, Jamie is running for a city council position. So, um, what, in addition to what you just mentioned, what drove you, to become involved in, the city council? It's pretty different from, uh, our daily lives as business owners. So, tell me a little bit about why you're running and maybe some of the things that you're hoping to accomplish.
Thank you for mentioning that because I am, it's a crazy thing. It's like I'm not a politician. I've never had a desire to be in politics, like other than voting. So one of the city council members approached me last year, took me to lunch, and said, "Hey, I think you'd be great for this." And I laughed at her. I mean, we're friends, but I laughed at her, and it took me a minute to stop laughing. But um, I left that meeting saying, "Thank you, but no, thank you," and just thinking, "No, like that's crazy, me." And then the more I thought about it, and the more there was just kind of these signs and things that kept happening. But I think the final straw was May 9th. I was here with my electrician at the spa, and we were going back and forth down the hallway, outside, inside, looking at different things for my air conditioning. And during that time that we were going back and forth, my purse got stolen off the front desk. And in that moment, I'm like, this is not where I grew up. This is not where I grew up. And I'm not okay with it. And I'm not going to just complain about it on Facebook. I just can't. I can't stand still. I can't stand back and let it happen. Um, I think that we need a lot of respect for our first responders, a lot of common sense brought to the table with regard to solving these issues and not getting used to them. I think the last few years we're just so exhausted with everything we've been through together as neighbors that it's kind of like, oh, it's tempting to kind of just like let it go for a while because getting involved is exhausting. But I'm ready for it. I'm like ready to roll up my sleeves because when I look out the windows here or when I'm driving home up the hill, I see things that I don't want my kids to have to choose to leave their hometown to raise a family. I want them to be able to stay here if they wanted to. How about that? So that's my inspiration is just my family, the next generation, and leaving something for them that's amazing and better than it is now.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, uh, stepping into a different world, that's something that you need a lot of confidence in. And I can hear just kind of in your wording here how determined you are, to make a positive impact. So you definitely have my support. And yeah, I think that's just awesome to not just, recognize that there's problems, but actually to get involved. That's definitely taking it a step further. So, yeah, I think if people are interested in finding out more about your campaign and things like that, where can they find you? Can they ask you questions? Are there ways they can get a hold of you?
Absolutely. You guys can send me a DM on Instagram, either through the spa or on Jamie Lee for Kent is my Instagram and my Facebook. I have a Facebook page as well. My website's going to be going live this week as well, jamieleeforkent.com. And I am taking donations from private citizens only. I'm not taking donations from a political party. I don't want to belong to a group. I don't want to belong to an organization. And I certainly don't want to belong to people that said, hey, we gave you 5 grand, remember? I think that's what's become wrong with politics. I think we can all agree that we've seen the bad side of what that can yield. And I will only take donations humbly from those that want to chip into, you know, providing me money. I need money. I need money for signs.
Yeah.
I've already talked to a lot of small businesses down here and coffee shops, and that they want to put my sign in their window, which is great. So putting signs in your yard, and just if you want common sense, vote for me. I want to listen to everyone that I'm representing too. It's not all about Jamie. It's not the Jamie show, and it shouldn't be all about one politician and what they want. It should be about the public that you're serving and what they want. So, thank you for interviewing me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and kind of leave it off on maybe like a lighter note. What is your favorite thing about being a spa owner?
Well, I do get free massages, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, just when my best friend's in town, we sit in the sauna and we drink wine and we giggle and laugh and blast the music in here. It's just a really fun place to be. So yeah,
And where can they find you?
they can find us at allaglowspa.com. And you can put those maybe in the comments below the video, I guess. And then also our Instagram, our Facebook is All Aglow Spa. So yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Jamie. I'll have all of your information so people can find it. And if you need anything real estate related, I'm still here for you guys. And if you know anybody else who's would be a great feature, or who's a small business owner wanting to be featured, located in Kent, please send me a message or just reach out to me. But thanks, Jamie. I really appreciate your time.
All right. Have a good one.